Good boy. Gotta love the effectiveness of bribery. Good job, buddy. Welcome to DeFi Now. I'm Josh Cross, and this is my trusty, sleepy sidekick, Steve Irwin here, with a special episode. As many of you know, I had my 30th birthday last week, so it seemed like a good time to share the current state of this channel and where we're going from here. With everything that's going on with the virus, the economy, the social unrest, it's more important now than ever before that we have a plan B. So let's get to it. First, I want to give a shout out and a huge thanks to everyone who gave me birthday wishes, from social media posts to videos coming in from 3 different continents, to everyone who personally gave their support. And a very special thanks to my lovely wife, Mary Cross, who orchestrated a picnic at a park, an epic scavenger hunt, with a barbecue with my family on my birthday, and also got me all this DeFi Now swag. What a way to jump into the next decade of my life, huh? Nice pillow, buddy. Secondly, I want to also give a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed and supported this channel. We're only 6 weeks into it, and so far the support has been incredible. I even got my 30th subscriber on my 30th birthday, so that's pretty neat. You know, there was a lot of uncertainty in starting a YouTube channel focusing on cryptocurrencies and how it'll be received and what kind of pushback I'd get. But thus far, the support has been tremendous. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. Check out my free blockchain guide in the description. Now, why did I choose to start a channel about decentralized finance? I'm so glad you asked. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, is taking the main services offered by banks and offering them up to anybody with an internet-connected device. The DeFi ecosystem is full of people leaving the traditional financial and technology sectors to create a new generation of technology to rebuild the global financial infrastructure and to challenge how we manage trust, ownership, money, supply chains, and more. There isn't any one entity directing this or adding the standard double dose of bureaucracy. It's more of a hive mind of individuals and groups, each building a part of it to create something that's never done before because it was never possible before. Each of the DeFi projects are acting as Lego blocks that are building off of each other and serve their individual purposes while adding to the functionality of the whole. And this is why you've got to pay attention. Banks are getting more and more cautious about lending, and at the same time, people and small businesses need capital more and more urgently. Central banks are printing money faster and faster, which devalues our savings, while Bitcoin is deflationary and more scarce than gold. Wall Street is completely decoupled from the real world, so we have the NASDAQ hitting all-time highs last week in the middle of a pandemic, massive social unrest nationwide, and over 40 million people unemployed. It's madness. And to top it off, corporations are getting bailed out again, while small businesses and individuals are being forced to shut down and stay at home. So here's the old financial system that is essentially driving down the side of a mountain at full speed with a massive brick wall at the bottom. We don't know when we're gonna hit the brick wall, but we're so past pumping the brakes now. And parallel to that, a whole new system is being built to replace it, a much more fair and evenly distributed system. And if there's enough time to get it functioning well, then we can simply flip a switch and leave the old one behind and go to the new system. We're taking the technology that we have available to us today and reworking it to rebuild the financial system for a digital world with a few important differences from the previous system. The first is separation of state and money. I imagine generations down the road will think that we were crazy to let our governments control our monetary system for so long, when their incompetence and corruption leads to ruin every single time. And the second difference is decentralization on a global scale. The base unit of account for how we value everything in the world is having a true innovation right now. Money is changing right now. How we collaborate and establish trust globally is changing right now. Newer generations and younger generations are taking over, and us millennials, and especially those younger than us, are openly adopting new technology because we grew up with the internet and we are so distrustful of the current system. I was in my first year of college when we had the financial crash of 2008, and I saw the banks who caused the collapse get bailed out, give themselves huge bonuses, and use the rest of the money to lobby against banking reform so that they can do it again. So we shouldn't be surprised that the same thing is happening again, but on a much larger scale. We want something we can trust, and we can't trust the way things are right now, but we can trust math, and we can trust code that still works as intended, even when it's under attack every day. We can trust the tech that powers decentralized solutions, and we are so ready for an alternative, and we are the ones who will decide the future. After all, the best way to predict the future is to build it. We very well may be heading into the largest transfer of wealth in modern history, and if that's the case, wouldn't you rather be on the receiving end of it? As always, this is only my opinion, and it isn't financial advice. You've got to think for yourself, you've got to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. And if you find this information to be valuable, be sure to share it with those you care about so that more and more people can see that there is a realistic alternative. When I started this channel, my end game was always to eventually turn this into a full-time business. And that's what I'm doing. I put in my notice in my day job a couple weeks ago, and I've got 2 more weeks until my last day there. When that time comes, a lot will change here. A lot will change for this channel. Over time, I will scale up the number of videos I put out per week, and I will expand the topics that I cover. I'll still do beginner videos every Sunday as I've been doing, but then I'll add other weekly videos for other days of the week, including DeFi protocols, project reviews, industry news, and more. In addition to this channel, I'm also going to start personal consulting for those who have more questions and would like a more personalized experience or walkthrough. More details to come on that as we get closer. In these crazy and uncertain times, it's more important than ever that we work together and we have a common goal in mind. I can't think of a better goal than enabling financial freedom and an even playing field for everyone in the world. Just like the internet gave us freedom of worldwide communication, DeFi, Bitcoin, and other blockchain technologies are giving us freedom of worldwide finance. Once we have this foundation laid out and accessible, it's going to change everything. It's our best way to peacefully protest and regain control of our money and our liberty. While I can't recommend anyone else quits their job in the middle of a pandemic and an economic crisis, I do urge you to pay attention and familiarize yourself with this new paradigm because this is the future we're moving towards. Thank you so much for watching and continuing your support of this channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell button, all that good stuff, and comment if you learned something or have any questions. Felix was the winner of our giveaway last week, and I will do more giveaways in the future for those who contribute. It's not enough to just watch the videos. You have to take some level of action to move forward, so be sure you do it before you go. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.